Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at MisplayTV's Zoolock, Heal Zoolock. MisplayTV, one of my favorite new content creators that I've kind of been checking out a fair bit recently. Definitely go check them out. But today they've got an old classic, something that we've played a heck of a lot of, but maybe something that we haven't played in a while, and that is the aforementioned Zoolock. This is the more heal variety of Zoolock, though I guess it did become kind of the Zoolock after a while. Focuses a lot on the typical Zoolock, fantastic early game plays, well statted minions, cards like Flame Imp, Kobold Librarian keeps resources in your hand, Void Walker helps you stop your opponent from trading, Keleseth in here to buff up all the boys, and it also has, I guess what gave it the Heal Zoolock name, the Light Warden. So this card you might not have seen before or might not have seen in a while. 1 mana, 1/2. Whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack. So what we're trying to do here is present our opponent with so many different threats that hopefully one of them will snowball and take our opponent out. That if your opponent doesn't have an answer for Light Warden, all of a sudden you're using Voodoo Doctor to heal yourself, you're using Fungal Enchanter to heal a bunch of different things, and the Light Warden very quickly gets way out of control. We can always deal damage to ourselves because of our Warlock hero power, and because we are playing, those Flame Imps, those Kobold Librarians and things like that. All these heal cards also synergize very well with Happy Ghoul. 3 mana, 3/3, cost 0 if your hero was healed this turn, so we can have some pretty ridiculous turns of Kobold Librarian into Light Warden, Voodoo Doctor, heal ourselves, play a free Happy Ghoul, and all of a sudden our opponent is very much on the back foot. To support this, we've got also a lot of a fair bit of reach, I would say. We've got the Soulfires in here, we've got Life Drinker, which also doubles as a way to heal ourselves and get some triggers on our minions. We've got the Fungalmancer in here, of course, buff our boys up before sending them in, and just the Leroy in here at the 5-drop. In terms of 5-drop charges. There's no Doom Guards or anything in here. MisplayTV instead going for the Despicable Dreadlords, which I can definitely respect. I think a lot more decks are trying to compete on board. You've got a lot of Odd Paladins out there, and without Despicable Dreadlord, Odd Paladin can be quite a hassle. Particularly, you probably won't get to the point where deploying a Doom Guard will win you the game against Odd Paladin, at least not very easily, so I can definitely respect the Dreadlords in here. Other than that, 2 Silencers, which I really like, especially in a deck as aggressive as this. We've still got Tar Creeper in here to hold down the fort as well. I like that Void Walker, Tar Creeper to stop those, like I said, those decks like Odd Paladin, Odd Rogue, trading in very well. And that's kind of what makes Zoolock just so strong. It's just extremely resilient. You're always stocked up on cards with your Warlock hero power, with these Kobold Librarians and things like that. As far as what's missing from the deck, a lot of people did try Solarium, which I can kind of get behind. There's a lot of 1-drops in here that even if we Solarium on turn 4 or 5, we're still probably going to be able to deploy 2 of the cards that we draw. Like I said, there's no Doom Guards or anything in here. Other than that, there's not really too many other notable exclusions. I think a lot of people started cutting these Soul Infusions once the nerf to Saronite Chain Gang happened, and honestly, it was one of my least favorite cards. One of the weaknesses of this deck that I talked about was that the mulligan is extremely hard, because not only do you want to make sure you're optimizing your mulligans to try and hit your Keleseth, because it's extremely important. This card's probably worth 5 to 10% in win rate, depending on the matchup, possibly even more. Keleseth is really important, but we also kind of want a mulligan for those explosive starts after what we talked about before with the Kobold Librarian, Light Warden, having the Voodoo Doctor into Happy Ghoul and these types of things, which can mean that sometimes we might get blinded by certain mulligan decisions, and we need to make sure we make the right ones. So outside of that, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to try and kill our opponents, Gonna try and smash him in the face. We should definitely think about Crystallizer as well. Anyway, let's jump into some games. Hope that we get some wins, but regardless, I think this is just gonna be a fun little romp back down memory lane with the Heal Zoolock. Let's go. Okay, here we are with MisplayTV's Zoolock. I think this is pretty straightforward. Send them all back. We've got, like I said during the introduction, we want to maximize our opportunity for hitting Keleseth, and we've got so many 1-drops in the deck that we're just highly likely to draw them. Never want to keep that Soulfire, I don't think. Not great. I was about to say Kobold Librarian or Flame Imp would be actually a ridiculously good draw. So next turn we can go Flame Imp, Voodoo Doctor, Happy Ghoul.
An incredible discovery!
Arcanologist does contest the board pretty well, but our opponent had to coin it out. I think we'll go for the Keleseth here. Getting a lot of our minions out of the range of Blast Wave. I think that's pretty important. Yeah, nice. Big chunky Voidwalker. And we have the option next turn of dropping the Chain Gang or going for some taps. I think at this point taps may be on the menu.
We have many secrets.
Kieran Tor Mage. Okay, so this is a Tempo Mage. So we don't have to be that scared of Blast Wave and things like that. I'm still going to trade this Flame Imp in, I think. Let's just check if it's Explosive Runes first. Counterspell, maybe. Could be Splitting Image, though. Splitting Image would be pretty frustrating. It was not, though. Feeling okay. I'm just very concerned that our opponent might not actually be on Tempo Mage. That would be a nightmare. Are people playing Cinderstorm in control decks? Surely not. Ooh. Look, we know it's not Mirror Image or Explosive Runes, so let's just get this big old Dread Daddy out. Big old 5/6, not going to be the easiest thing for our opponent to deal with.
Science overwhelming.
Ooh, what's this? Shooting Star. Nice, okay. We're allowed to let them keep this in play. I think we might be able
Your
to.
soul is mine.
We do have this Life Drinker in hand, so we do have a little bit of reach. Oh no. Okay, so we've got...
Let us wreak havoc.
Okay, so they're dead. Are they? No, this is 7, 10. Maybe we just go for like Fungal Enchanter Life Drinker.
Your soul is mine. Free me.
29. I mean, our opponent's really going to struggle to clear this board and be in a reasonable position. Blinding Pot, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Everyone, get your get your stay wavies out for Jen. I'm awake-ish. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's before 2 PM, so you should be proud. I think our opponent up a bit of a creek there. Yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily a show of that matchup. I guess with the nerf to Mana Worm, a lot of those Tempo Mage decks don't really have the ability to go under opposing decks, and particularly Zoo Warlock just on the board so early, especially when we're on the play. Our opponent tried to do some stuff, but and they had a pretty reasonable hand. I mean, they had the Arcanologist into Kirantor, but it was not good enough. So, GG's, well played. Alright, here we are with the Heal Zoolock, and we've got the Keleseth in our opener. So the question is, what else are we looking for? We also have Light Warden, so we could coin the Keleseth, or we could go Light Warden into things. Against the Rogue, though. Part of me wants to keep this. I think Tar Creeper's good against most rogues. Even though we lose some potential advantage for, you know... Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Guess we're keeping it. It's not odd. Steel. Okay, we'll go for the turn 1 Keleseth. Yeah, in fact, I do have the HS Replay Mulligan stats up here. Yuck. So this is Big Rogue, I guess. Running Pilfer for some reason. Don't really want to run our Light Warden into their Necrium Blade, or at least the first charge of the Necrium Blade. So we'll just trade here.
I will enjoy watching you die.
What? Valguard? Gosh.
Why do you call?
In the light's name.
Someone call for the doctor. Job done.
Let's see what happens here. If they do have the Necrium Blade, I mean, they can punch through our Voidwalker. This. Okay. Some boys out. Jimbo De Niro. Tommy Wave, lovely to see you. Hope you had a great weekend. We had a fantastic weekend. The last couple have been really tremendous. Did that get nothing?
Amazing.
Is this Kingsbane and we just don't know it yet? Yeah, we had a fantastic weekend. We played some Dungeons and Dragons on Saturday. Really progressing the plot quite well. It's always enjoyable. Spectral comes. That would make more sense. We should have been able to see that from a lot earlier. Yeah, alright. This one's going to be different. do have a bit of reach, so I think if we can pick up cards like Fungalmancer, I think we might be in a good position. But yeah, we played some Dungeons and Dragons. We played some more. I've actually been playing a little bit of Skyrim off stream, just enjoying getting back into that. There's a second fan. Wouldn't be too bad. Mumrang, I'm back. Are you in trouble? Why would you kill that one? Cut us down.
Well played.
Yeah. I mean, let's just go for... Oh, maybe they killed it because they don't want us to, they want to vanish, and they don't want us to have...
How long can this go on? How long can this go
like, get two more Saranite Chain Gangs in hand. That could be the case. But yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Skyrim. Just felt the real need to play some game where I get to have a big hammer in my hand and put it in someone's skull.
Amazing.
Skyrim totally safe for work modding. Yes, yeah. Ain't into that not safe for work modding community. The only mod Tom cares about is the speed up mining time mod. Oh my gosh. Todd, I just want the ore. Don't make me stand there for half a minute just to take the ore, Todd.
Thank you.
I don't know what our bird's talking about here. They're pretty dead though. Woo! Yeah, not sure what our opponent's doing there, but I can imagine if our opponent rolled a bit luckier on their, not only on their Cavern Shiny Finders, because I think maybe both of them even missed, but if they rolled a bit better on those Pilfers and things like that, we could have actually been in a pretty tough situation. You know, if they had gotten more than 2 hits off with that that Spectral Cutlass with the Deadly Poison. You know, definitely a closer game than what it seemed, but that Keleseth is legit. GG's. Okay, here we are up against a Priest. Now, this is exactly what we were talking about before with the Mulligans, where, you know, do we want to kind of try and optimize our Keleseth, because Keleseth is worth so much, or do we kind of keep this, like, Flame Imp, which is arguably our best one-drop, consistent one-drop, contests North Strike Cleric very well, and then we have the Light Warden in case our opponent is a bit of a control deck. We can actually potentially punish them for healing. I'm going to go with this. Beazzle joining us in the chat. Oh, what are our mulligans today? Double Light Warden, oh my gosh. Yeah, Beazzle, we are currently talking a little bit of Elder Scrolls at the moment. Let me know which Elder Scrolls game is your fave. Because I've been playing a little bit of Skyrim recently. The whole fam. Yeah, everyone's here. I've been playing a little bit of Skyrim lately, but I'm trying to just kind of rank the Elder Scrolls games. Oh, you shouldn't have done that, friend.
That was a mistake.
Maybe we're getting baited.
Face the light. Face the light.
I think it's got to be like Morrowind, Skyrim, Oblivion. Gwent is the best Elder Scrolls game? Ooh, a hot take. Hot take. think we're going to drop this life drinker and put our opponent in the dumpster.
Face the light. Face the light.
Get in the can, opponent! And don't get me wrong, they could have like coin mass hysteria here, but this Soulfire and this Leroy, they're ready. Got him. Yeah. Note to priests out there. Remember, Light Warden, symmetrical, works on everything. So always be careful around opposing Life Wardens. Let's check out the deck. Honestly, this deck, I don't say perfect very often, but I wouldn't change anything about this deck. I really love it. The only thing I'd want to experiment with is finding room for a Doomguard in here. But that being said, I think that's a really metagame dependent. If you think you're seeing more combo decks, or you think you're seeing something where you a metagame where you need more reach, I think finding room for the Doomguard could be great. Possibly over one of the Spellbreakers if they're not proving useful, possibly over one of the Dreadlords if they prove a bit slow. But other than that, this deck is great. We'll be sad to see a lot of these elements go once we do hit Rise of Shadows. Obviously we lose Keleseth, and I believe, yeah, Happy Ghoul goes, Fungal Enchanter goes, a lot of the heal elements go. However, we will still have interesting things like, of course, Cheeky Ankle Biter. We could be doing heal stuff, but I think we're going to return to a much more civilized zoo, a much more old school version where we're just playing big statted minions, trying to get aggressive, get in our opponent's grill, and finish them off with Leroys and Soulfires and things like that. So regardless, big shout out to MisplayTV for the list. Of course, you can find them on YouTube and Twitch, I believe. Definitely go check them out because they're always coming up with great content. They have an amazing community as well, so definitely recommend seeing that. Of course, if you are watching this video on YouTube, all the links are in the description, including link over to the Hearthstone deck article. Please jump over there, give MisplayTV a +1, leave a lovely, thoughtful comment, like I know you will. All of my details are down there as well, including link over to Twitter at Tommy_Wave is the best place to catch me. If you've got any sweet decks or you've got some hot takes on Rise of Shadows, send them to me over there. And if you want to watch me miss Lethal live on Twitch, you can catch me at Tommy_Wave as well. Until next time though, stay safe, stay wavy, eat the rich, and eat your opponent. Bye! I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.